Your Hope and Life Coach Manoni with another Manoni moment. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. All right, y'all, we are in another episode of Straight Talk. Yes, don't we all love straight talk? Yes, we all do. All right, before we dive on into our subject, y'all know I got the song of the day. Our song of the day is This'll Be an Everlasting Love by Natalie Cole. Yes. Y'all know I love love and family and togetherness, so crank up the volume and enjoy. All right, y'all. What are we talking about today? We are discussing time and space. Time and space. Yes, the importance of time and space and mastering it. Yes. All right. So as human beings, we all need a significant amount of space and time so that we could live this life here on earth. I know you all agree with me, right? No conflict there, so we're all on the same page. We need a significant amount of time and space so that we can learn and grow and experience and enjoy and live the abundant life that Daddy God designed us to live. Okay, so y'all, we live in a society of instant gratification right now. Yes, we do. Time is of its essence, and we want everything right now. Actually, we want it yesterday, right? We want it yesterday. And with Amazon at our fingertips and same-day delivery and next-day delivery, y'all, we are getting everything right now and really quickly. All right, and so we've been conditioned to get things so quickly, right? This microwave society. But we have to understand that people are not things, okay? And sometimes, because we're so used to getting everything that we want so quickly, we expect the same things from people, and people are not things. So we cannot engage with people like that, right? As kingdom citizens, as children of the Most High God, right? As leaders, it is important for us to healthily engage with our fellow human beings, right? We are a success, and we want to enjoy a successful life. And a part of success is healthily and happily engaging with our fellow human beings, okay? Let me give you an example of a conversation, okay? So here's a conversation that you're having with a person regarding improvement. So you can have this conversation in the workplace, in community, or even at home, all right? So this is a conversation about improvement. So we got everything in order. The communication's there. Both of you understand what's needed and the solution. And so the next step is our action step, which is the change, right? So say, for example, you are the person that's saying, hey, let's work on this. This is the area of improvement. And the other person says, okay, great. And then now you're waiting on an action step. What happens is, because we live in this society of instant gratification, we want their changes to be instantly. Yeah, and human beings don't work like that, right? So that is where time and space comes in, and we are learning to master time and space. We know that the key to a successful life is balance, all right? And of course, we need to master time and space, okay? So after the person has agreed to implement this change, we want to give them the opportunity to actually change, and we want the change to be permanent, right? So we want to give them time, and that time will vary depending on what that improvement is. Remember, this is an example, so the time is going to vary, but the space will not vary. We must give that person space. Give people space. Come out of their space. Give them some room. Give them some room to breathe. Give them some room, right? What does space provide for the individual? Space provides ownership, okay? When we get into other people's space, we take away their ownership, okay? We want to give the person their space so that they can own their progress, so that they can own that change, so that they can understand it, and that they're doing it on their own, ownership, on their own. Come out of their space. Allow the person to have that space so that the change is permanent, okay? If we are in their space doing it for them or helping them, then the change is not going to be permanent, okay? It's going to be temporary. We want to come out of it. As human beings, we are designed by Daddy God so brilliantly and so amazingly. So we have to give each other space, okay? So give that person the space that they need. If you're a parent, give your child that space. If you're married, give your spouse that space. At work, give that person space. In your community, give the person the space that they need to make the change, okay? What does space entail? Ownership, okay? So we want to come out of people's space. Give them their space. Come out of it. And I know sometimes we want to come in and help or look over their shoulder or helicopter on in and magnify and be scientists and get all up in that thing and manipulate and help out. We want to back up and give each person their space, okay? Space entails ownership. Yes, ownership. Think space, think ownership. We're really good at time, y'all. So usually we're like, okay, we're good at giving people enough time for things, right? But we really need to work on giving people their space. Give people their space. Think ownership, think space. When you think of space, think ownership. Think permanent change. Think understanding, getting the lesson, mastery, okay? When we get into people's space, then we are taking away their opportunity to understand, to grasp, for ownership, okay? So we want to make sure that we are mastering space, and we want to think of that for ourselves as well. As we're moving forward in this life, we all need a certain amount of space, okay? So we want to make sure we have our space. We have an episode on boundaries, okay? We want to make sure that we have our space in order and that we're not coming into other people's space as well. Give people their space so that they can own it, so that the change can be permanent. So back to our example. Our example was someone needed to make improvement in a certain area, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to do that. So we gave them time, and we're giving them the space. And we have to come out and allow that person to grasp, to understand, to navigate, to own that space so that they can work that thing out. And so that the change is permanent, because what's the goal? The goal is harmonious engagements that we can, so we want to have healthy relationships with our fellow human beings. And y'all, it's absolutely possible to live an amazing life, to live a great life, to live a life of success, to live a life of ease, to live a life in harmony. Y'all, that's the abundant life. So remember, time and space. Give people their space. Make sure you have their space. Make sure you have your space, and understand that healthy engagements with other human beings are so important to our well-being. Remember, space means ownership. Come out of people's space. Give them some room. Sit back, all right, after that conversation is done, and watch out and know that there is a change on the way. Doesn't this information feel good? Yes. All right, y'all, that's it for now. I love you so much, and know that I am praying for you, and I will talk to you soon.